Hanging in the Hideout. Welcome if it's your first time. If you want to follow us on social media, you can find all the links in the description down below. Today we have some special guests, one you met, one you haven't. One very important individual holds a very high-ranking place in a law enforcement agency that, well, it's just damn impressive. Plus his upbringing through the law enforcement career that he's performed. We're about to hear about it, and that is our guest today is Turner and Putter.
Thanks for having me.
Putter's like, Yes, I appreciate you driving. I know it's a pretty good distance for you to drive up here, but I do appreciate you taking the time. I know we had a couple rescheduled here and there, but all well understood and just welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Happy to be here.
Cool. Putter, you could say things. I know
Oh,
you
thanks.
said you're more than, hey, you know what, Putter, I'm really appreciate you coming. This is your third visit, and not because you like it, but because you just enjoy the torture and mayhem that it becomes to me, I guess.
Mostly,
yeah. But you do seem to enjoy yourself a little bit, which I do appreciate you coming for real. There's always a charcuterie board waiting for you.
that's what I come for. I come for the charcuterie board.
What is it called?
I don't want to say it again.
Is it charcuterie? Shitcuterie?
I don't know.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. I think
Maybe.
Turner's got it. Anyway, how's your week been? You've been having a pretty good week.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. Been up at teaching at TJC this week to the cadets up there and getting stuff lined out at home. And, yeah, it's been a busy week for sure.
Yeah. What with all this rain and everything, I know you said your allergies was kicking your ass.
Yeah, allergies. I'm sneezing. Yeah, bad.
Yeah, so if he seems a little, not that I've really sensed it, but low energy or like he's crying, I trust me, folks, I don't think he can cry.
We'll blame it on that.
Yeah, it's going to be the allergies. Just remember that. And Putter. So, no, really, how's your week been? I know you're bogged down at work. Are you catching up any?
I feel like I'm making some headway, but it's just going to keep coming. So
Yeah,
I've gotten to that point that I kind of realize that it just doesn't matter what I do.
I feel
But
you.
it's all right.
Yeah,
I'm just happy to see Turner.
I do. I'm glad you two are together because I know that when y'all worked together in patrol, it was
We were best friends.
well. You were
No.
past
No.
tense?
No.
Why not? Whoa! I thought y'all were like really close.
Well,
He's hard to work with.
Well, he started bringing the smoke like the first time he met me in briefing room when I'm the new guy there. And Ken, it was phase 3, and he was like, have a seat. I'm not going to make you stand. You already have 10 years on the job. And I said something to Ken, and he told me to shut up, rookie, or something. I was like, dude, I got more years on than you.
You know, he keeps telling that
like,
story,
"You can call
but
me
I
the
don't
new
remember
guy."
any of that.
Yeah, well, I don't remember half the rude stuff I've said to people either.
Yeah.
So
He's been telling
I
that
get-
story for years. And it had to have been somebody else.
No, it was
but
you.
when you say things, even like it's a joking way, I mean, it doesn't always come off that way, which I get.
Yeah.
And maybe he was joking.
No.
Like
No, I
sitting-
probably wasn't
No, he
joking.
wasn't.
Probably what it was is he came in right after me, and I was just trying to put it off on somebody else. It's probably what it was.
the honest answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Anyway. If your reflection could talk, what's the first thing it would roast you about?
Probably my lack of hair on my head.
Is that by choice?
No. Well, yeah, pretty much because of the receding hairline.
Yeah.
I went ahead and just got the rest of it. It looked like a McDonald's emblem on the top of my head. So
I like the receding hairline. It reminds me every day, that I'm losing hair.
Yeah.
Because as you look, you'll have this one like way the hell down here, and you're like, "What's that?"
Is that where my
that's
hairline
where my
used to be?
hairline used to be. Yeah, that's that one guy hanging on. It's like, I'll still grow for you, boss.
It looks way better
Yeah.
now. It looks way better. You look younger with it all cut off
Yeah.
than you
Yeah.
did.
Same with now. Mine's still brown up top, but it's receding, and the beard. I won't grow the beard because
Yours
it's
isn't
almost
too
white.
Yours isn't too bad though. It's not too
No,
bad
it's
yet.
getting there though. Yeah, I got a weird. It's getting there.
Stress, dude.
Oh yeah. I wonder if I quit this job, if I look like Cousin It. when it's all said and done. Like everything just hair everywhere.
You have cut your hair since last time I was here.
Yeah.
It was long last time, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. It may grow soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It took me a second. Uh-huh. Anyway, what about you?
What was the question?
If your reflection would, it could talk, what was the first thing it would roast you about?
It'd be like, hey, did you see Turner's hairline?
your shadow would roast
No.
you?
Dang.
Or
No,
reflection?
it'd probably make fun of my ears. That's why I like being here, because I get to cover my ears up.
Yeah. And you can hear better.
Yeah.
That's a plus. Would you rather squeeze glitter or burp confetti? Oh, sneeze glitter or burp confetti.
Turner?
Well, I mean, you first, since he went first time.
Sneeze glitter or burp confetti?
Yeah.
Probably burp confetti.
Burp confetti. God, that would be. I'd puke.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even do a fake burp. I'm afraid I'll throw up. What about you?
I'd sneeze glitter.
Yeah.
100%. There's a satisfaction when you sneeze. You feel better and it feels good at the same time.
Yeah.
It's
I
like a
sneeze
release.
really
Yeah.
loud. Like really loud.
Yeah, same.
Dude. Surprised I don't shit myself or something. If you had to survive an apocalypse
Oh, here you go.
with only his only a turn. With only one item, or the only item on your duty belt, how long would you last? What?
With only one item from your duty?
Apocalypse with only the items on your duty belt. Sorry.
So how long would I last?
You have
in,
duty belt
with
That's
just
all
the
you got.
stuff on my duty belt? As long as I want to last.
all day long.
Yeah, all day.
Well, I mean, you can only have so many rounds.
That's all right. I got other things on there. I don't need just my gun to survive.
Okay. What?
Aspeton,
Yeah.
yeah, OC spray, handcuffs,
All day.
all day.
Bring it.
I'd have to go find my duty belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your little gun.
Yeah.
To your side, like,
I'd have to find my duty. First, I'd have to find my duty belt. It's in my office, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And but you're the same way. You don't wear a duty belt every day.
No, I don't wear a duty
Yeah,
belt
no,
anymore.
you don't.
Yeah, you don't wear a duty
unless
belt.
I put a duty belt on if I go out and work with the guys on the streets, but I don't
Do y'all
it's not
carry
like-
y'all stuff on the belt, or y'all not doing the load bearing vest?
Yeah, we do load bearing vest.
Yeah, I guess that question needs to kind of be altered more towards what we do these days.
Yeah, I mean, I
Since it's
carry all
gone.
the same stuff: pepper
Yeah.
spray and baton.
Yeah. So, Turner, how many years of service have you had total? You mentioned the 10 before you even
Yeah,
went on with our
so,
agency.
26 will be 20 years.
Holy crap!
Whoa.
dude.
Yeah. I'll hit 20 years next year. I started in 06.
So what? Did you just start with? Or we came on with our agency. Where were you before that?
Wood County.
Wood County, and then you
Mhm.
came to. Oh, that's right. I remember
Yeah.
that now.
Yep.
And you came on with us. How long were you with us?
Almost 10 years.
And then you went back
Yep.
to Wood County.
Yep.
Dang.
Been back for almost right at a year now, almost.
Yeah, it just time flies.
Yeah.
It's
by.
flown by.
Everything that has
Mhm.
happened is just time.
Yep.
How many agencies? So 2 in your whole career?
3 total agencies. First one was Smith County SO. Yeah, so I started at Smith County. I was there for almost 4 years. Then I went to Wood County, and then I went to the other agency.
The other agency.
Yeah, the other one.
And I know with us, well, overall, like with all of them, what kind of positions did you hold?
Oh, gosh. A bunch of different ones. I was a sergeant for multiple years at Wood County, and
Okay.
and then when I came over to the other agency, I was an instructor and FTO and SWAT, honor guard, firearms instructor, less lethal instructor.
Defensive
So,
tactics.
I think, yeah, defense. So at one point in time, I think I was wearing like 6 hats at
Dude.
the PD.
And that's like a job of its own
Yeah,
because all the trainings and
Yeah.
everything.
it was nonstop.
Yeah, I wore like 5 or 6 at one time, and it wore me
Yeah.
out. Like I
Yeah.
had to bail quick.
Yep.
Which one of those extra little tasks, training, or whatever did you like the most?
SWAT.
Yeah,
Yep.
why is that?
I
mean,
just I
other
don't
than
because
the
it,
obvious.
well, I mean the obvious, but man, it pushes you to be a better person, and that camaraderie ship, the family inside the family, and the things that you go and experience together with that team, and how much better you get, mentally and physically being a SWAT operator. That's what I like.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed is that camaraderie. Why isn't when you left? Did you feel it throughout the PD itself, or did you feel like it was mainly in SWAT? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking. Is did you feel it outside the PD as well? Because I just being there today, I don't really feel it.
No, there's a difference. I mean, even where I'm at now, there's a difference because, like I said, there's you work patrol and everything with these guys, and obviously you're a family, right? But you're not doing the things to the extent that you are with a team.
Yeah.
You experience that stuff together, brings you closer versus, going to a burglary call with so-and-so all day long.
Joe Blow officer.
You have each other's back, right? But you're not letting yourself in someone's residence with it when they don't want you there and they're armed and have drugs in the house, and that level of danger is extremely high.
Kind of like the accountability of your brother.
Yeah.
You left or right, that thing makes it
your
sense.
brother's keeper.
Yeah, that makes sense. And on the FTO thing, what was the good and bad and the ugly about that?
I really enjoyed training people, and that's my passion on law enforcement's training anyways. I think where it started getting bad as being a field training officer is when it was nonstop.
Yeah.
Because having somebody in your car for, 20 plus weeks and then kicking them out, and then you get another one in your car, it's to the point where, even if the way they breathe gets on your nerves.
Oh, yeah.
But, and that's just the nature of the beast, especially when you're constantly adding to manpower and adding to your ranks and people leaving here and there. I mean, it's the nature of the beast, but it's really nice when you can train one or two people and then have a break.
Yep. And
because they're getting good training too, right? The more back to back your training's going to start falling too. Because you're over it at that point.
Yes, and we have been nonstop training.
Yeah.
Even after you left, it's just still going.
Yeah.
And it's exhausting.
Well,
even on my end, and I'm only getting bits.
If you're a
and
good
pieces
FTO too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You were a good FTO. As much as I don't like to give you compliments,
Yeah.
you're going to get more. They want to put people with you if
Yeah.
you're a good
Yeah.
FTO.
Well, I mean,
Because they want a good product coming out.
because that's what
Right.
happens is people starting to drop because of burnout or whatever, and then it's like, okay, I'll give him a break. Start hammering on this one. Well, he drops. Well, this guy's just starting to come up, and you hit him down more. I mean, it's hard, but yeah, I get it. But yeah, I like the training aspect as well,
Yep.
but it wears me out.
Yeah.
So you did defensive tactics,
Yeah, defensive tactics,
firearms.
taser, honor guard, SWAT, and then I was a firearms instructor and CQB instructor on the SWAT team.
Dang.
So yeah, there's not really a whole lot of stuff that I didn't do at that agency.
Yeah. And did you voluntarily sign up for honor guard, or was it a volunteer?
I volunteered. Yeah, absolutely. Everything there I chose to do.
I chose to do honor guard for at least a couple of years, and then after a while, when too many hats, that was one of the first easiest to shuck off and let the next man do it, and I'll concentrate on whatever else I got going on. But very cool. So if you weren't a cop, which this is a question I just like to hear what people's answers are, if not in law enforcement anymore, what would you do?
All right, I know the answer to that. I've answered that question 1,000 times in my head. I'd want to be like some type of 3-piece suit wearing business dude in a high rise somewhere. That's what I'd want to do.
But okay.
Corner office, all glass, just businessman.
I could actually see that too. Just staring out the window, drinking your coffee.
Straight up, just
power.
Looking down on everybody in my 3-piece, bro. I can see it.
But what kind of field would you be in though?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I could say I want to be a super successful this or that, but the best I can come up with is Home Depot.
Yeah, no.
And if I wear a 3-piece suit to Home Depot, I'm not sure how that would.
No, it'd have to be some legit corporation type stuff.
Yeah. You're on your
upper
application.
echelon things.
Yeah. He'd own some kind of construction company or something.
Hey, if you look damn good doing it.
Yeah.
He'd be like a construction guy.
Yeah.
You'd have that image of him with the glass and all, and then it's a building they're
I
building.
know his personality.
But
He'd be
either-
like some guy that's like over some kind of construction company.
That or the
something.
hospital. Like, I absolutely love the hospital. I love the atmosphere of the hospital. I just, I originally went to college to be a nurse, and that's what I majored in.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that about
Yeah,
you.
that's what
So,
I
see,
originally majored in.
So I tell everybody that comes on here, I learned so much about people because I don't get out of my house, so I'm a hermit, and so I don't really get a visit with people. So doing this has in just I actually visit with people.
Absolutely.
And it's nice, but I did not know you went
Yeah.
to college and
Yeah, that's
for
what my
nursing.
major was when I went into college, was nursing. That's what I wanted to do. And then I remember I was in nursing concepts 101 or something, learning about the first nurse, Florence Nightingale, the inception and everything of nursing, and looking out the window at the college that I was going to. I was like, I'm going to go be a cop. Like that quick.
So the conception of who?
Florence Nightingale,
That
the
was
first nurse.
The conception, her conception. Was it like miraculous, like Jesus? Or?
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Did you like that? Putter, you just sit there. What's wrong with you, man? Come on.
Nothing. I'm listening to the story. I think I knew that though.
I
bet
remember
Putter
Florence
did.
Nightingale, but I really didn't know what she did.
You knew about the nursing? or-
Yeah, I think I knew that already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably not a whole lot you don't know about me.
Probably not.
Yeah. Our hospital's in trouble.
Really?
That's what I heard. I've talked about it off camera.
Uh-oh.
But, yeah. I heard it was pretty
That's
nasty.
what Facebook says.
Ew, really?
That's what it says on Facebook.
Yeah,
Well-
I'm on Facebook again, but I don't ever get on it.
Oh.
Like, I don't want to get in
Wait.
that habit.
Y'all have got a former agency employee running for city council. He'll fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll fix everything.
He'll fix it.
My kids make fun of me because I have Facebook. Do you know it's for old people?
Yeah.
Facebook is for old people?
I just found out.
I'll tell you right now, after working security at the fair, TikTok's where it's at.
Well, I just found out. It's
The
Instagram and Snap
two-
now. That's it.
2, 3, I think maybe 3 of the bands that performed, we're talking about in our county,
Mm-hmm.
it is, one brought 6,000 people to it, and the other one 10,000 to our county.
Yeah.
And it was all TikTok famous.
That's crazy.
That just blows my mind.
Just watching videos.
Yeah.
That's all it is. There's really no communication, you're other than messages and stuff, but like, you're there to watch videos. There's no.
Yeah. There's one guy, a brother sang a song about, carrying the family on. I guess either he was alcoholic, dad was alcoholic, something like that. But he sings it. It's a really good song, so I liked it. But then it starts popping in your feed like
Oh, yeah.
every 2 flips. And I'm like,
Triggered the
I like your
algorithm.
song still, but dude, I
Yeah.
want to see something else.
Yeah.
And I don't like a
Yeah.
whole lot of stuff. Maybe that's why. But
Yeah.
While you're talking about it, he's a musician too.
oh,
Yeah.
dude, I got a guitar.
Yeah.
You didn't
Play
know
gu-
that?
Play
I
guitar.
did. I saw his Instagram.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
musician too.
Play the piano. Play
Do
the
you really?
saxophone. Yeah.
What?
Mhm.
Do you have a sax at home?
Not anymore.
Why not?
I sold them all
Gotcha.
when I got out of college.
Oh, dude, I did.
Yeah.
Way to pitch that in there, because
Yeah.
so can you play the guitar well? I know
Yeah,
you.
it depends.
I saw that video. Do
It depends.
you want to perform for us?
No.
Hmm.
I get stage
Perform
fright.
Yeah,
I
we'll
will.
talk him into it.
Yeah.
The guitar, that's one thing I like. The guitar and sing, I won't do in front of people. I'll play the piano in front of people.
I think your back was to the camera.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Like I can rock out with the best of them, but
Yeah.
I just don't let people see it.
Yeah, me too,
Yeah.
dude. I'm really good.
Yeah. Air guitar, dude.
Oh,
yeah. dude.
Always
I'm,
in tune.
I'm a really good singer and guitar player, but I just
Shreds.
no
Yeah.
one's ever seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't know that about you though.
Mhm.
That's cool.
That was part of my scholarship for college, was music.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of what level piano playing we're talking about? Like
Like, I can
pretty decent, or just
I can
like,
listen to a song and then play it.
Oh, I wish I had that
Yeah,
talent.
I can't read piano music. Now, I can read music, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're like, hey, play a C on the piano. I have no idea what that is.
Ding. It's an F.
No idea.
Ding.
But I can listen to the song and then play it on piano.
That's crazy. So my brother can do stuff like that. Same with the artist stuff. He
Mhm.
can draw crap.
Yep.
I'm still trying to find out what my talent is, because it's not talking, public speak.
Yeah.
It's not music. I have 3 guitars in there. I just want to play them so
Yeah.
bad, but I haven't succeeded.
Yeah.
Piano, I did that for a little while. Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah.
I want that played. I'll play it all day. Get sick of it. But anyway,
Yeah.
stuff like that. but I cannot find what my talent is. I know sarcasm. I do sarcasm when I piss people off really good. If that's a talent, maybe.
That's one of his talents.
Gremlin, is that a talent? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, that's cool, dude.
Yep.
That's a good skill to have. A good, with our stress in our life, like that's what I would probably do. Like that's why I want to play guitar, so I can go.
Yeah.
Just strum away.
I think about all the time that like I'm gonna go buy a guitar and learn to play it, but I haven't.
Yeah. Well, I'll sell you one cheaper because it's collecting dust. It's a good guitar.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Eddie Vedder played it.
No, he didn't.
About $4,000. It's a hell of a deal.
Did Eddie Vedder play the guitar?
He sang near a guitar.
Near a guitar.
So I understand when you were with our agency, you got several interesting awards.
I did.
Do you recall any of them?
Or you want to talk about like the award that I got?
You only got one?
No, well, I'm talking about the one when I first got there.
Oh, I guess I'm not familiar with this.
Or are you talking about the Dodge? Dodge ball?
Yeah.
Dodged a few calls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was, I'm pretty sure I was like the annual winner every year of that.
Of the dodgeball?
Of Dodged a Few Calls award. I blame it on I was never there.
Okay, I was about to say, is that really what you did, or is it just...
No, I didn't dodge any calls. I was just never working.
So you didn't seem the dodge call type.
Yeah, I was either at training somewhere, or the year of 23, I was sick a lot. So
yeah, and well, that's not the only time you were sick, from my understanding. This is more of a. Did you know that people claim that you had a jar with COVID in it?
Yeah.
And if you wanted some vacation time, you'd just huff it.
Yes.
And then get COVID.
Yeah. There's there was a lieutenant that stated I had that.
Yeah.
Because, I got COVID probably, I ended up with 4 times, which ended up still to this day destroying my immune system. I still can't smell.
Wow.
So I still can't smell, and I still get sick. Anything my kid gets at school, like I'm getting it 100%. But, I remember having to call into my lieutenant, and like I would send him pictures of what was wrong with me because I was calling in so much. I was like, "Hey, dude, I got a staph infection in my stomach. Here's a picture," and take a picture real quick. And he was like, "Holy smoke!" I'm like, well, "I know I'm calling in a lot, so I wanted to show you."
Yeah.
Hey, LT, I got hand, foot, mouth disease as a grown 38-year-old man. He's like, "Whatever." I was like, "All right, here's pictures," and I'm taking pictures of like my hands and my feet, and he's like, "What is going on with you?"
Yeah, that's. And your blood pressure was up for a while?
Yeah.
Was it blood pressure it made you
No,
red?
it was my heart. My heart acted up there for a little while, and all from COVID.
All COVID?
Yep.
No, not the energy drinks? How many do you drink?
I thought it was from the energy drinks. Yeah. But my cardiologist said that it was from COVID.
COVID wore
Did you get
down.
vaccinated?
No.
See, I did.
Mm-mm.
Which, looking back, maybe wasn't the best idea, but I never got sick, though. So
Yeah. You never got the vid?
I tested positive for it, but never got sick.
Man,
first
I
one
got sick.
Yeah, first one kicked my ass.
Well, there was a couple of guys that ended up in the hospital, like long-term in the hospital, a couple of officers.
Brandon that was here. He gives his full story.
245.
Oh, yeah. I didn't.
Remember,
that's
he
right,
was
yeah.
in for a long
Yeah.
time.
We almost lost him.
Yeah, they gave, and then
We did
who
lose him.
else was it? They gave somebody. Was it the one that just retired? What didn't they give him like a 50-50 chance of like whether he was going to even get better or not?
I don't.
Who just retired?
243.
Jack.
Oh, that's right. He
Yeah.
is retiring.
2 days ago.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
done.
wow.
This is fourth, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But he had it too, right? Was he the one that they gave
Yeah,
like a 50-50 chance on whether he was even? They were like, we don't know if you're going to get better or not. To be honest with
He
you,
got it real bad.
but I tested positive 4 times, had a lot of days off, but never did get sick.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if that was because of the vaccination or what, but
I kind of missed the 10 days off thing.
oh, it was awesome, dude.
the
5 on,
COVID
10 off.
The COVID schedule was the stupidest schedule ever.
Yeah,
But
for
everybody
you
bitched
because
about
you
it.
didn't work for 3 months.
No, 5 12s, 10 off, like sign me up.
Yeah, dude, 5 on, 10 off was awesome.
That was legit.
Yeah. I was very excited to experience that, but I never got to. But a lot of guys griped about it because they spent too much money remodeling their homes and stuff.
Oh, no.
Well, originally they talked about 7 on, 7 off, and we were like, hell no.
Yeah.
7 on, 7 off, no way.
712's brutal.
And then they did the 5 on, 10 off, and it was pretty sweet. Because, I mean, once you get to like that third day, we were used to doing that anyways.
Yeah.
So the fourth day, you're like, it's just like working one day, and you only have one left. And then you get to the last one, and you're tired, but you're like,
I could push
it's the last
through.
day.
Yeah.
And then 10 off? Yeah, dude, it was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Turner was never there, but she had
Love
chicken pox.
Chicken pox. So, did you really?
No.
I was just curious because
I pretty much had everything except that.
Damn.
Yeah.
How much sick time did you have?
When I left? Or like, I had a lot of sick time, but
Oh,
not
did
when I
you?
left. And when I left, I only had like 40-something hours of sick time after being there for almost 10 years.
Yeah,
Holy
dude.
crap! Yeah, that's
Yeah.
draining it.
He was off a lot.
Like, I got put on probation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, they
Yeah.
talked about that.
Mhm.
Like, you had to do sick notes.
No, like
every-
I had to have a doctor's note even if I called in sick one day.
Yeah.
And I've taken.
Yeah.
I bet if you added it up, I've been there working on 11 years, and I bet I've probably used less than 10 sick days.
Yeah. I'm not big on it here recently with her surgeries. I was home for 2 months total, and
Yeah.
I still got tons of time. Like, I don't think I went below 1,000 hours still. So I'm sitting pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
When retirement comes, I'll be
Yeah.
like, man, time for like one guy's doing time for this surgery, that surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
had
be
a
off
bunch
for-
of vacation and a bunch of comp time when I left, but my sick time was like 40-something hours.
They cash you out and all that.
Yeah.
That's
There's
always
no
nice.
It was
telling.
nice.
I'll be one of those that when I get ready to go, I'll have to burn a bunch of sick time because I'll have so much of it.
Yeah.
Because they only pay so much, I think.
You end up losing a lot.
Yeah. So you're no longer with us.
Nope.
You elected to move on back to your Wood County.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you decide that?
So
I know you had a lot going on in the works. But
yeah. So my goal when I first got into this game, my goal has always been to want to run for sheriff of Wood County, right? So, and I kind of got that idea in my head when I was a deputy there the first time. So that's always been my end game, was to run for sheriff. And so the chief deputy that was there before I am, he was getting ready to retire, and he ran for constable and won that election. So the sheriff called me and was like, hey, I know you want to come back, and, I know what your goals are. I have this chief deputy spot open. Would you be interested in it? And it kind of was a no-brainer at that time because, I didn't want to be the guy that said, hey, I'm here to run for Sheriff Wood County. I've been at that other agency for 15 years. Well, why should we go back to where you come from? Or, you haven't invested anything here, now you want to run for sheriff.
Yeah.
So it made sense for me to go now and start, because as the chief deputy of that agency, I'm responsible for, I command every division. So I'm over CID, I'm over patrol, I'm over the administrative, I'm over the jail. I'm the training coordinator, so I'm over the training. So, I'm learning how to do every aspect of that job there, and people are seeing me back in my community working. So I can start building those relationships with people. That way, when the sheriff is done and he passes the torch on,
right.
that I can be like, hey, I've been running this place for the last X amount of years. Not really run the place. It's his sheriff's office. He runs the place.
Right.
But, I've been doing all the behind-the-scenes stuff,
Well, just like chiefs, like
Yeah.
our chief.
Right,
He doesn't
exactly.
really do anything. He's just there.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what Butter said anyway.
He
And
sits
Yeah.
up in his
that
corner.
it's
Sits
like-
up in his corner office.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
what I
He's
said.
up there in his triple suit tie,
Yeah,
probably with
yeah.
the door shut.
Yeah, exactly.
Staring out like
I didn't
this.
say that.
He's on the second floor of
Yeah.
that building, just looking down on people walking below.
Yep.
That was pretty funny when you
That was
told me
pretty
good. Have you enjoyed the change? I mean, you kind of told her what you were over, but
Yeah.
have you enjoyed the change?
I love it. I love being back home. I forgot how satisfying it was to work and give back in the community that you live in. I enjoyed my time at my previous agency, but it wasn't my home, right? So I'm just there working. I'm not giving back to the people that I live with and my kid goes to school with. So it's been nice being back home, giving back to the community I live in, and it's nice being in a position to where the good changes that need to be made, I can do it now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You've implemented
a lot
changes that were like, I'm not knocking Wood County because I don't know anything about it, but it seemed to be behind the times.
It was
protecting the people.
And there's no fault to anybody there.
Correct.
That, prior to me, it's just my emphasis on training is, that's all it is like, hey, we need to catch up to the times and, stuff like that. But
you established, and I'm not sure if it was already, but you established like an ERT or a SWAT team.
Yeah, so we have a SWAT team. That was something that the sheriff had been in the works for a while, wanting to do. They just didn't really have the person to do the training, right?
Yeah.
So like, hey, this is what I want, but we don't have the dude to show us the way. And so that was kind of his priority for me when I came back in, was like, hey, this is what I want. I want this implemented. Go forth and make it happen. And like, he let go of the reins when it comes to that stuff. He's very progressive and proactive as a sheriff, and he's been super supportive of me and allowing me to do what I need to do and not getting in the way as far as like, oh, we don't need to do that. Or
right.
He's just like, hey, go forth and do good work. And
that's good leadership quality to be able to let someone do it, especially when you don't either know how or what to do.
And being and working for these different agencies and my previous agency, we saw a lot of bad leaders, and we saw a lot of bosses and not a whole lot of leaders. And that was, that's with any agency I worked at before this one. But like, it's really easy to be a good leader. It's easy.
That's good.
Like, it's easy. And like, you start looking back through my career and looking at these bad supervisors and stuff, and I'm like, that was a choice. Like, it's so easy to take care of your dudes and girls, like, and make work a good place to be. It's just, they just chose not to.
Yeah. One thing I'm trying to implement, and I'm sure maybe this is what you're talking about as well, is you listening to them, like what they're wanting in the end. If it's not hurting anybody or whatever, to give it to them, hey, here you go. And then they're happy, you're happy.
Yep.
But
yeah, just like listen, let them, if they come up with it, they'll come up, there may be something with training or something, they'll come up to me like, hey, what do you want to do? I'm like, no, what do you want to do? Well, I want to do this and this and this. Good. Take off.
Yeah.
Let's go do it. And it's just like, you start building that confidence in themselves through things like that, instead of just being such an authoritarian, like, no, this is the way we're going to do it, blah, blah, blah. Give them the power to do it. They know how to do the job.
Yeah.
Just give them the power to do it.
Right. And equipment, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The equipment, though expensive, is kind of one of the necessities.
It is expensive.
So what's your plans for the future? Like, I know you talked about wanting to be sheriff.
Yeah. That's really my only plan.
How many election cycles or whatever does he have left?
I think he's going to run again.
Okay.
So this is his second term, and he's the sheriff is like the first sheriff in the last 40 years to ever be reelected for a second term.
Oh, that's
so Wood County has very much so been a one-term sheriff's office for the last 40 years or 20 years or whatever it is. I want to say it's longer than 20 years, but he knows what it takes to be a good sheriff. Like, he knows where the things that he should do, the things he shouldn't do, and like, really just being a good person and being a good manager of resources. He understands that. So I don't know why. I think he'll run again, and I think that's his plan, which is totally fine with me, because that just gives me more time and grade to get better, right?
Right.
And build my resume as well. But like, hey, instead of just for 4 years, I've been doing this for 8 years, and so just get more experience and guidance from him, because we're about to come up on budget. Well, I've never done budget before.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I got thrown into it this year.
So now I'm about to have to learn how to do that. So that gives me just more time spending with him, because he's been in law enforcement for over 40 years.
Oh, damn.
And so he's a good teacher, and I'm just like, hey, just whatever you got to teach me, show me.
Yeah. No, that's good. And it also gives you time to kiss hands and shake babies. And
right.
Get your name out there.
Absolutely.
And more recognition and stuff, because being an elected position is kind of important.
That's right.
It gives me some more time to get experience before Turner hires me.
Would you go?
No.
We talked about this when him and a couple other guys came down to Wood County a couple of weeks ago. he was like, so how much y'all make? And I told him, he's like, well, I was like, yeah, but you pick out your own take-home car, and we'll buy you whatever you want as far as your take-home car. And he's like, well, what about if I pick out a really crappy take-home car, and then you could bump my pay up with me,
I could see you saying
I was like, what if I get like a 2002 Dodge Neon, and then you pay me $160,000?
yeah.
I mean,
Because,
it seems like
At least that first year.
it's not costing you more money,
No.
and I'm the one that has to drive the Neon.
Yeah. Win-win.
He
Yeah.
wouldn't go for it.
Yeah.
No.
He said that the Neon wouldn't get down the county roads very good.
And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, like,
well, that's your opinion.
Army Navy store or whatever has a bubblegum light
Yeah.
for the top.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Something for...
Absolutely.
Man, you could make it cheap.
I don't know, dude. Maybe. You never know. I mean, I'm halfway done, and you're talking about if your sheriff runs again, you're talking about another
Another
where,
4
where
years.
are we at in the election cycle right now?
He's
It's
on
2025. He just started, right?
He just started. His
so
second
he just
term.
started. So you're talking
Yeah.
about 7 more years.
Mhm. 4
And-
more years.
Yeah. It's
I
every-
thought
every
we
4.
just started a brand new one.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, every 4
4-year
years.
term. 4-year terms.
Yeah, but how many years is he into this one?
1 year.
When-
And he's going to run again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's
what I'm
7.
saying.
7, yeah.
3
Yeah.
plus 4.
Is 10.
7. So you're talking about there's 7, right? So I'm
Yeah.
in my 20-something years right there.
Yeah.
And then, maybe he does 1.
And
I'm getting ready to retire
And
right
you
around
know
that
pay
time.
is going up.
Yeah.
'Cause it goes
So you
up
never
everywhere.
know, dude.
It'll consistently,
never know.
go up.
Quick question on that. So we kind of hit a stump trying to attract people, and money talks is all they can come up with. Increase money. So,
I agree.
well, in the sheriff's office world, it is different.
It's substantially lower.
Yes, but it's a different, like, people are attracted to it
Yeah.
almost more.
The sheriff's office is the job that you do at a sheriff's office is more attractive, I think, than the job you do at a police
Yeah,
department.
that's what I think.
But yeah, a little more.
So the
You have more
pay-
freedom. You have more freedom, right? You're not stuck to a municipality. Things are a little more laid back. You can still kind of do the Lord's work still as a sheriff's deputy versus everything is SOP, civil service. Knife hand all the time. But that's not the case at a sheriff's office. So
Yeah. No, 100%. I agree on that. And that, I knew there was something attracting them more
Yeah.
because we can't right now.
Well, and it also
getting
is
people in the
where you're
door.
located, too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, out there where he is, they have this pool of people that they would have to drive. Where we're located, it's
They would
20 minutes to us
have
or
to
20
drive.
minutes to... Well, it's 20 minutes to us one way or 20 minutes to another agency that pays more the other way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just...
Well, unless
We're pulling from the same pool as the
Metroplex.
The Metroplex,
yeah, 100%.
maybe our sign-on bonus should be a house, but we won't tell them that everybody gets hired as the same house.
Yeah.
So you're just going to live together.
yeah, there you go.
Maybe.
There you
Bunk
go.
mates.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah. We've been really fortunate. We were full staffed there for a while, and then we had a couple of guys leave, not just because, everybody that has left our department has promoted. So we lost one to be the assistant chief of another PD. We lost one that wanted to just get out completely of law enforcement. We lost one that went to the fire marshal service. So these guys are bettering themselves. They're going to take better jobs with their conditionals where we're at. But we've just been super fortunate to have good applicants. And the word on the street is like, hey, y'all are getting after it over here. And that's the reason we're applying, because we want to be a part of that.
Yeah, and that's what I wish our. I mean, we kind of have that reputation, but it's been damaged a little bit.
Yeah.
What's your numbers on applicants whenever you have a test?
So we don't test.
Oh,
So
you don't?
you got to think we're at will. We're not civil service, so we don't follow the government code on that stuff. So what we do is we put a posting out, and then when we get 5, 6 applications, we'll start interview process.
Oh, just right.
Y'all don't do physical tests before interview?
It's
Interview
all
process first?
interview process because we don't want to waste a lot of time on this person if they're not going to be a good fit for our team. So we want to do that right out of the gate.
Yeah, that makes
because you can
sense.
tell a lot of people by interview right out of the gate. And so now we're like, hey, this dude's square away dude, but he's not going to fit our team. Then we don't have to waste any more time on him.
Yeah, which seems more efficient
Yeah.
to do it that way.
Yeah.
Ours is hellacious background after test and little physical start off test.
But
Do y'all
it's
do-
been expedited though, hadn't it? Because when I got on, it was like 6 months.
Yeah, it's much
long.
faster
Yeah,
now.
It's crazy.
You can get answers within weeks.
But are y'all having any issues with being like a stepping stone department?
No. If like I said earlier, the only people that have left our place is because they took a job better. You're right. Like
They didn't just leave to go
supervisor.
to a bigger agency.
No, we haven't lost anybody that just wanted to go to work for, a bigger agency. We have bigger agency people applying for us now. Like we have Smith County deputies applying to come to work at Wood County. We're not even half the size of that sheriff's office, just because of what we're doing over there.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you get out and train, and it's almost
Dude,
like
I get out there
advertisement.
and-
I mean,
well,
like
I
with
get
other
out-
agencies,
Yeah,
including
absolutely.
our own.
And that's I get out there and train with other agencies. I'm teaching now at TJC, so I get to see those cadets and stuff that are going to the police academy. And then I get to tell them, I got one-on-one time with them, so I get to tell them that these are the things we're doing, and they're like, I didn't know nothing about that place.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice too, because you can kind of start
Yeah.
looking for people.
Yeah, start
early.
Yeah,
Recruiting
sorting
people.
them through.
Recruiting
like,
them.
yeah, don't even bother.
Yeah.
Some of those.
Like we have a guy, there's a guy in the academy right now up there that I went up there and taught firearms last week, and they didn't know that I knew about this guy because he's applied to come to work with us. And they're like, hey, this dude, he doesn't have a job right now, but this dude's probably the best bleeder we've seen in 7 or 8 academy classes. He's got these guys and girls PTing on lunch break, and they want to do it.
Damn. That's
And
motivation.
so I'm like, who's this guy? And they said his name. I'm like, he's going to work for me,
Yeah. Spoken
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Now, is TJC, is that what you said?
At
TJC?
Tyler Junior College.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one of those self-enrollment academies.
Yeah.
Like,
so
are
yeah,
any of those cadets sponsored?
yeah.
I think
Probably
that's-
98% of them are sponsored.
Really?
Yeah, with conditional job offers. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Usually your junior colleges and stuff are people just putting themselves through. It's where I started,
Yeah.
not there, but in that same kind of facility.
TJC's Police Academy is pretty squared away for the area.
Good.
Yeah.
I went to NTCC, and most everybody in my class was.
You went to Mount Pleasant?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Very good.
Yeah, I was one of the few that wasn't already sponsored.
Well, we'll wrap up this episode with this last question.
Okay.
What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you on duty?
Oh gosh.
Other than,
I know.
oh,
You may have to help me out.
yeah.
Wasn't it you at the? Wasn't it you at the fire department? With the trash can, was that you?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
that
we're
was you.
backed into it?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
dumpster.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. So me and the retired canine guy,
Yeah.
we're sitting there jacking around at fire station. Was it Fire Station 1?
That was one. The
Yeah,
old,
the old
one.
abandoned Fire Station
the old
1.
one.
And we're just like BSing, waiting, passing time, nothing really going on, and chopping it up. And he's like, all right, let's get out of here. We've screwed around long enough. And I was like, all right. Well, I put it in reverse and just sent it out into the street. Well, the dumpster, the city trash people put the dumpster in the road. Like, it wasn't even, it's not even supposed to be in the road. They just set it down the road, and I center punched that thing into my Tahoe. And yeah, just shattered my whole back end, my tail lights. And I remember, I think it was Cole at the time, Lieutenant.
Or was it Rasco Steel that was over cars?
No, it wasn't. I wasn't worried about Rasco, but the lieutenant was like, you have a giant backup camera screen
Yeah.
in that thing. I was like, I wasn't even looking at it. There was the dumpster's not supposed to be on the road.
Yeah. No, I try not to look at that camera. I know it's hard as hell to see out, especially
Yeah.
now that we have those boxes in the back and everything.
Yeah.
But I try to do it old school just
Yeah.
because I don't want to trust that electronic thing. I can see me hitting something on the side that it didn't pick up. And be
Yeah.
like, man.
Well, if you ever need to remember something stupid that Turner did, I'm your guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Give me something.
Ah, no.
He
See,
didn't you
I'd
haven't
forget-
done
I'd
anything
forgot
worse than
about
back
that.
into a dumpster?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not.
Man.
You didn't mess up too much stuff.
It wasn't
I
a
didn't
mess
really.
up. Just one of those embarrassing moments, like you grab the wrong dude and you give him the speech of how much he effed up, and all of a sudden you're like, dude, that's the wrong guy. Like, oh, sorry.
Mm-mm, not
Nothing
really.
like that.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had embarrassing moments, like forget my body camera's rolling on a call and do stupid things, but
Yeah. Well, Jones is singing.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So many videos on
Yeah.
reviews I've seen him.
yeah.
Singing country music?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's not a lyrical genius. Word him up. Get it? That's music. Lyrical genius. Word him up. Close this out. Gentlemen, it was a good time. We got the business end of it out of the way. Next episode, whenever they come back, when we return, we're going to get a little less serious, more funky.
Ooh.
Yeah. We discuss some discussion topics because that's what discussions are made from.
Oh, boy.
Till next time, follow us social media. If you have any comments or anything that was mentioned on the show that you don't understand, send us a message. We'll get back to you. Thank you. Stay safe.